What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Steven. This is Steven in Stereo, and we have new FINNEAS, which you guys know I'm already excited about. I'm looking at the title of this. It's called The 90s, and I'm really looking forward to what he ends up doing with that. You guys know I typically talk about 90s so much on this channel. I guess probably because I was a child of the 90s, so I definitely got to experience some of it. Not all of it, but some of it. I mean, I was born in 1990, so, you know, there was a lot of times that I was not mentally there to be able to experience a lot of this stuff. FINNEAS has an amazing voice. FINNEAS has literally a gift that I don't think anyone can touch. His outlook on music, his ability to produce, to create, to manifest music in the way he does is absolutely incredible. Him teaming up with his sister Billie and creating perfect music is just something that I wish I had any of that talent, because I would love to do even 1% of what FINNEAS is able to do, and what him and his sister have accomplished in the music industry is absolutely incredible. Before we get to today's video, I just want to plug my Patreon. I do a ton of exclusive content over there. I actually did Billie's Happier Than Ever album as a full uncut album reaction. I also did her EP over there as a full uncut album reaction, I believe. I did the watch party for Everything Is Blurry, or The World Is a Little Blurry, the documentary that they did. Full watch party over there. And I learned a lot about FINNEAS in that, as well as Billie. I already had an appreciation for them, but it grew so much more when I got to see some of that behind the scenes moment and really appreciate the amount of work that they put into this stuff. So I say all that as an intro. Now we get into the thing. This is FINNEAS. This is the 90s, the official music video. Let's go.
Sometimes I think about the 90s.
I love him.
I know that everyone romanticized it, but you could sign me up for a world without the internet.
Okay, I have to agree with these first lyrics right here. You could sign me up for a world without the internet. So growing up in the 90s, you know, some of you probably know this, but 90s and early 2000s, it's really weird to think of the world I existed in when there wasn't social media. And I think about kids growing up now, and you know, there's kids with so young with phones and stuff. And I often think to myself, like, I can't even think back to what I used to do. I know I spent more time outside, but I can't think of what I used to do, because now everything is the internet, and now we have access to all of this world. And while I think it's great for discovering music and stuff, it is interesting sometimes to think about what it would be like to go back.
For a world without the internet, hate how easy they can find me.
Same.
Just by looking up my mom's address, I think about the 90s, when I was not a problem yet. All the time I should have been.
Oh, the
so
harmonies.
Happy I was here, wasting it on worrying, just made it disappear. Now my head feels so heavy.
Oh my God. So I listened to his most recent single, and then I've listened to some of his collaborations lately, but the more and more that I listen to FINNEAS sing, it just gets me so fucking excited to see what the future holds for more from him. I know he's got the album coming out, Optimist, and we're going to do a album reaction to it because I can't wait.
Just made it disappear. Now my head feels so heavy, I'm left holding up the levee. Feels so foreign, I'm already I think about the 90s, when the future was a testament to something beautiful and shiny. Now we're only counting down the time that's left, with everything behind me. I wonder how much of it I'll forget. I think about the 90s.
I didn't expect to relate to this song so much, but lyrically it's just hitting on a different level.
Everything behind me. I wonder how much of it I'll forget. I think about the 90s, when I think about what I regret. All the time I should have been so happy I was here.
Yes!
Wasting it on worrying, just made it disappear. Now my head
Oh.
Feels so heavy, I'm left holding up the levee. Feels
Oh,
so
the harmonies.
far and I'm already When your heart starts to harden, lay your guard down in your garden. Same backyard, but we are not
Oh my God. You're fucking killing me with this, Phineas.
Lay your guard down in your garden. Same backyard, but we are not Sometimes I think about the
Fuck.
Sometimes I think about the
Oh! This is so fucking dope.
So heavy, I'm left holding up the levee. Feel so far and I'm already home. When your heart starts to harden, lay your guard down in your garden.
Oh my God, the vocal layers.
We are not
Oh, I need it. I need the album now. Phineas, bro. You know, he's one of those artists that I checked out a couple of videos and I've always like loved his stuff, but I've never really dove in. But these last two tracks I've listened to are literally like almost feeling life altering in a way. And there's something so sonically valuable about what we just got in the 90s. One, I relate to these lyrics. I feel like anyone who grew up pre-internet age, as much as I love the internet, I am fucking just as bad as any of you, except I don't scroll TikTok. I have a rule for myself. I don't scroll TikTok. But anyone who has lived in this world where we exist with the internet, it's this incredible place. There's so many amazing opportunities. Look at this job I have. It's fucking incredible to me. I'm thankful every single day. But there is also, you know, a little bit of a negative connotation to it. Not picking up exactly on what Phineas was talking about lyrically in this for his life, but what I took from this is the idea that we spend so much of our day, our weeks, our months, worrying about what people on this little box have to say about us. And it is a struggle, to say the least, to try to cope with the idea of just existing and being okay without that. But unfortunately, we do spend a lot of time in that worry and that fear that we have and that judgment that we put on ourselves every single day to have that. Whereas when I was a kid growing up, I struggled with my mental health and stuff, but it was something that I didn't like know a lot about. And with bullying and all those things, like, it was on a much smaller level, because now I look at kids and what they go through, even just being online, I'm a YouTuber. Jesus Christ. I look at my Twitter mentions sometimes. People are fucking rude as hell. But one, I'll beat your ass. Two, I'm also on the idea of like, okay, I'm a lot older. I see that you're reflecting something different, versus like when you're younger and you're watching these things, it's a little bit harder to try to cope with those things. And so when you think about the 90s, you think about an idea that you had a little bit easier of a space to live. And you can kind of just exist and not have to always have that worry. So while Phineas maybe talk about something totally different, this is what I picked up from this. And since music is subjective, I'm stoked to have that kind of opinion. But it just makes me really look forward to Optimist, because these last two tracks have been just absolute standouts for me. And I want to see what Phineas does with the full project. Now, I know that he has an EP out. I was going to do an album reaction to that, but I actually think I'll do Optimist first as his full length. And then if you guys are digging that, we'll dive into the EP, because I want to see what else Phineas has to offer. I think there's something so incredible about him, just with the way he puts music together anyways. I want that next step. So I hope you guys really enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comment section what you guys are thinking about all this. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.